Fearless Radio.
Mars Argo here on Fearless Radio, the new music binge. If you like what you just heard, you can check them out. They got a show at Lincoln Hall on February 24th here in the city. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us here at Fearless Radio today.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Before we get started, let's get some introductions. Your name, what you do for the band.
Go for it, little lady.
My name is Mars Argo, and I am the lead singer of the band.
You write, too.
Of course, yeah.
I'm Titanic Sinclair. I play the instruments and record them. And we write the songs together.
Now, you guys are based out of Chicago. Let's say you had a friend who was coming to the city, had never been to Chicago before. Give them some recommendations on how to spend a weekend here in Chicago.
Oh, man.
We don't really leave the house very much.
Tacos. Cheap tacos are always good.
Yeah, we live in Pilsen right now, so tacos are like our forte. I would say you've got to... There's like a special spot where we go take photographs all the time out by the pier. I don't know what it's called, but it's really cool looking.
It's like by the aquarium.
Yeah, the aquarium's cool. I've never been inside. But
depends on if it's cool. Winter or if it's summer. Right. It really depends.
Yeah, so when are they coming? Like right now? Right now?
Yeah, they're coming right now. Let's say, what if they wanted to go see some live music? Where would you guys take them?
Oh, we're like the last people you should ask for that.
I don't know. We just played the Subterranean, and that was really cool.
Yeah, had you played there before?
We've never
been
there.
Yeah. I mean, that was like our first actual show.
How much fun was that load-in?
Yeah, my back still hurts. Yeah, luckily we have small amplifiers.
The guys took care of that for me, so.
Have you been to or played at Lincoln Hall yet?
No, I hear it's awesome. I heard like Wilco, their sound system is like the sound system there. I don't know if that's true.
Are you familiar with Shubas at all?
Yes.
It's actually owned and run by the same people who do Shubas.
Oh, cool.
So
Shubas is awesome.
Yeah, so you'll get that same kind of vibe, except it's like twice the size. It's pretty
Whoa.
It's awesome.
Crazy.
Now, you guys have a pretty interesting story of how you guys crossed paths. Would you care to share?
Yeah.
We met on MySpace.
Yeah. This website, you might have heard of it like 50 years ago. Yeah, we just, she had this really cool photo. Her user photo. It was like a horse.
He was a total creep and sent me like an anonymous message like, I really like your photo or something. I'm like, okay.
So, yeah, we started just like making videos together and then we were like, well, maybe we should move to the city where things are actually happening. So we moved to Chicago and we just started a YouTube channel and we started doing like, art films basically. And we wanted to put music in them, but like we couldn't afford to license the songs we wanted to use. So we're like, well, I guess we'll have to make our own music. And then a bunch of people were like, hey, is this on iTunes? And so put it on iTunes, and then that's pretty much it.
Were you both in Saginaw when you contacted her via MySpace?
I was in Elma.
Yeah, and I was
in where, as opposed?
It's like 45 minutes away. I was staying with my grandparents for a while.
It's a really cool little town. She was literally like in the middle of nowhere, like this super cool, like artsy chick. And she's like going to this like really lame school.
I like this school. It was just in the middle of nowhere.
But her grandparents are there.
I was a bio student.
Yeah, she was studying biology. I was working, doing video stuff. And we just decided to do this.
So you're going to be at Lincoln Hall on the 24th. What can people find you guys doing before you go on stage? Are you like warming up, shaking out the nerves? I know some people might like to have a drink or two. What are you guys doing?
She does her vocal warm-ups.
I do my warm-ups and I drink a lot of water. I don't drink.
Yeah, she started doing this vocal coach thing and it's pretty intense.
Before the show. Let me rephrase. I don't drink before the show.
Yeah. Once we get off stage, that's when the real fun happens.
Well, what about after show? Because I know sometimes some people like to be alone after they get done on stage, and other people are right back out talking to the fans at the merch table. What are you guys doing?
I think it's really cool to interact with people.
Well, I hope we're at the merch table. we have some new shirts, and I hope people come check them out.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's weird. I always got really turned off by people who like artists. Like you go see them, and there's like they're trying to be this kind of Christ-like figure, and it's like we're like the coolest part about making music like this and like the whole internet thing is we kind of have these friendships with these people all around the world. And, it's just cool now that there's like the live element that we can actually meet these people. And it's not just like Facebook messages and stuff,
Yeah, it's really neat.
2012's kind of been dubbed the year the death of the CD. Everything's going digital, whether it be digital download cards or albums on USB ports or something like that. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think about this at all when you're making music? Do you think that what's the point of making a CD if they're going to be done at the end of the year? How is this going to affect you guys? Being in a band.
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, we did digital downloads at first, and that was easier for us. It was a lot more affordable.
Right.
But now we're doing like a limited number of handmade, hand-pressed DVDs. Oh, wait, CDs.
Comic discs.
We're going to do DVDs, too, of like unreleased footage, but that's later.
I think, like, as far as like pop music and stuff goes, like people have seen the success from like Lady Gaga, and it was kind of doing the single thing, and I've actually never heard like her album like all the way through. I probably should.
You mean you didn't buy it and listen to it?
No. But I have a feeling that people are going to start making albums again, start to finish. And
well, that's interesting you say that, because just about everybody else that comes in here is worried about the concept of an album dying with the CD.
Yeah, I don't know. I think definitely. I think most people think that, but I just don't see that. I don't see that happening. People are always going to make albums. And I think that the format. It's been vinyl, 8-track, cassette, CD. It's just taking a new form. But
well, then vinyl made a huge comeback. I mean, vinyl outsold CDs last year, which is a big
really?
reason. Yeah.
Oh,
it
wow.
went digital, vinyl, CDs.
Wow.
I don't know that.
Well, another point, like, are you going to miss CDs? Like, I mean, you go into even a Best Buy now, CDs used to be the focal point of that place, and now there's 2 racks buried in the middle of everything.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Like, are you going to miss CDs?
I miss the event of, like, going and getting a CD.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I guess going to a record store, too, but...
I'm not going to miss putting in a CD in your car and it just skips the whole time. You're, like, getting to the best part of the song.
Again, Mars Argo here in the studio for the New Music Binge. You can check them out at Lincoln Hall on February 24th. Do we know what time you guys are going to be on, or what time doors are?
I think doors are at 7, but I know we're on at 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30 for us.
Is there a band van? How are you guys getting to and from shows and practices?
We have a 1999 GMC Yukon.
Has it been named?
She doesn't have a name, but she has no hubcaps, and
What is a she?
She doesn't start all the time, and after the show at the Subterranean, actually, she died after we loaded the car.
And it was like reggae night at the Subterranean, so like there's just like all these people just like waiting in line to get in, just like laughing at us.
Well, what was the last music played in the vehicle before you guys got to Fearless today?
Ooh, good question. That would have been.
Oh, we had the radio on.
Yeah, I'm a really big radio fan, but I think this last CD we listened to was actually Oasis. Definitely, maybe.
Again, Mars Argo here in the studio. If people want to stay up to date with you guys, new shows, new music, where can they find you at on the internet?
Oh, man.
Facebook.com/MarsArgo. But we have a YouTube channel, which is grocerybag.tv, and we've got over 40 videos now. And, I think if you're bored tonight, you can probably kill a lot of time watching the videos.
If they do go check out the videos, what are they going to be watching?
Silliness.
Yeah, just intoxicated youngins.
We have, like, music videos and, like, acoustic performances, and then we do, like, these computer shows where we just kind of have fun.
Yeah, and just talk about pop culture stuff, basically, for fun.
Any favorite TV shows you guys like to watch when you get the chance?
Mad Men.
Yeah, Mad Men's really good. Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations. We don't have a TV, but we do have...
We have Netflix.
Netflix and an HD projector.
That's awesome.
It's breathtaking.
Well, if you guys don't have TV, but you have Netflix, you're probably affected by the Netflix price change that happened like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
where they split the actual DVD and the streaming. What are your guys' feelings on that?
We only do streaming because it's the cheapest.
Yeah, we only did the streaming, but when they did the price hike, I was so upset by it. But then I saw that they were going to release like Beavis and Butthead.
Have you checked out the Netflix original series that was put up? It's called Lilyhammer. It's the first series that's been produced, paid for, everything by Netflix.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Check that out. How about websites? Whenever you guys get a chance to sit down, check out the websites. What are you guys looking at?
I'm really into like Japanese
Yeah.
fashion, and I'm always looking for, I guess, clothes or.
Yeah, she follows a lot of really cool people on Tumblr. I'm on Tumblr quite a bit. I don't really use Facebook that much anymore. Our friend Carl's has a website.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been to hipsterrunoff.com.
Haven't.
You
What was it?
hipsterrunoff.com, and we had the ultimate pleasure of meeting Carl's, and he was amazing.
He's our friend.
we went. What was that place up in Logan Square?
I don't know, but they had the best homemade pretzel
Longman
with
and
this
Eagle?
cheese. It was so good and warm, and I can't even.
Yeah.
We're going to need to know the name of that place.
Well, it's
Probably sounds
Longman and Eagle.
Yeah, I think
Longman and
it's-
Eagle.
Yeah,
I think it's
and
called.
they
That
have
place
like a
is
ton
awesome.
of different whiskey, but you have to know your stuff because they get mad when you're like, I don't know.
whiskey snobs, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Any video game players in the band?
Oh
What
yeah.
are you playing?
Well, on the HD projector, Super Smash Brothers Melee is pretty amazing.
Who's your character?
Link. Oh, all the
Link.
way. Yeah. Our bass player is like amazing with Kirby though. He's really good. She sucks.
I don't play. When I was younger, my my dad got us a Nintendo, and my mom made him take it back because she thought it distracted from our studies. So I didn't really grow up playing video games.
Yeah, she totally got the shaft. Although she's really good at the new Super Mario Brothers that we won.
And then the Zelda. Well, you showed me the Zelda.
Yeah, Wind Waker.
Now, here in the backyard of Fearless is McCormick Place, and for like the last week or so has been the Chicago Auto Show. I
Yeah.
got to go over there with the press pass and look at all kinds of crazy new cars or awesome older cars. So I've been asking everybody that comes through, what's your dream car?
I don't know. I really like that 58 Corvette. Or was it 56 Corvette?
I think it's a 56.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Are we really
We like
car
antique
people?
cars.
Yeah.
But we're not really like super big car people. Maybe later in life.
I'd be totally happy right now with just like a Volvo S70. You know, like a 2003 maybe.
Something that's better on gas.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we're going to play another song right now. What song are we going to play next here, guys?
It's called Love in Black and White.
Anything you'd like to say about it before it gets played?
It's gonna get stuck in your head, man.
All right, we'll be back with more Mars Argo here on Fearless Radio, the new music binge.
My life is very plain. I feel my figure changing. Watch the nights crawl by me. Love in black and white is making me so lonely, and only I can help myself now.
Mars Argo here on Fearless Radio, the new music binge. You can check them out at Lincoln Hall on February 24th. I have them here in the studio with me right now. Guys, thanks again for joining us here in the studio today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
The pleasure is all ours.
Drinks of choice.
Scotch and water.
I drink an old fashioned.
All right, are you guys sticking with the mixed drinks, or do you dabble in beer at all?
I drink
You
a good
do
amount
more
of
than
beer.
I do.
Yeah.
Favorite brands?
I mean, Goose Island, their Matilda and their Sophie's amazing.
Yeah, I really like the Sophie.
But,
Were you bummed out at all when Goose Island got sold to Anheuser-Busch last year?
yeah, I still don't really know what to think about that, but, I like a lot of, mass-produced beers,
Did you hear about what they're doing with the 312?
No.
There's you know how 312 is called 312 because that's the area code here in Chicago?
Yeah.
There's also going to be, Pittsburgh's going to have their 312 with whatever the area code is.
Oh,
out
that's
there.
cool.
There's going to be one in Austin, Texas, and then there's going to be one in St. Louis.
Crazy.
So there's going to be the 312 all over the place.
Interesting.
I'm going to try them all.
Now, I have a pretty sweet job here, guys. I get to sit here and interview 3 to 5 bands a day. If you guys took my job for one day and had to go find one band or one artist who you wanted to sit down and pick their mind a little bit, who would you want to talk to, and how do you start off that interview?
Current artist? Or
They
young?
have to be alive, not current, though.
Oh, I don't know. I'm leaning towards, I think I would have to talk to Paul McCartney. I would assume.
Yeah, Paul McCartney for sure. I want to meet Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna seems awesome.
Did you guys watch the halftime show with Madonna?
No.
Because we don't have a TV.
And I
I'm
think
sure it was on YouTube.
I think
30
actually
seconds afterwards.
I think our internet was down.
Yeah,
No, I heard about it though.
I heard something went on that was a ruckus or something.
She's so ripped.
Yeah, it was a little weird. It was a
Wow.
little weird. Anyways, Mars Argo still here in the studio for the new music binge. Check them out at Lincoln Hall on February 24th. What time did you guys say that you were going on?
I believe 10:30.
Yes.
All right.
It's gonna be awesome. We got a lot of new stuff.
With technology, there's so many different ways to listen to music. We used to have just the radio and the live show, and we still have those, but now we have headphones and iPods and music in cars, and vinyl made a huge comeback. So my question is, when you guys get to go home and sit down and listen to music, what is your preferred way of doing that?
We usually have
We drive too.
yeah, we drive a lot.
So in the car is always a great way. And I
and
guess,
of course the Yukon's got a kicking sound system.
yeah, right.
that stock.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, if we're working on the computer, we'll do that. But
Yeah, we usually always have something going on, even if it's just background, Brian Eno, spacey stuff going on. Or we've been listening to a lot of really early Pink Floyd, the Pipers at the Gates of Dawn, early.
we listen
stuff.
to our own music sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I think we're both perfectionists,
When you go back and listen to your own music, do you hear anything that you wish you would have done differently? Any buyer's remorse with that?
Yeah, usually right after we release it.
Yeah. Oh, we should have fixed that part first.
There's something kind of cool though about just saying this is it and this is done, because back in the day with tape and vinyl and stuff, you had your take and it was out there and done. Now it's we have our Bandcamp page and we can, I've gone through and replaced kick drums and stuff and turned up the overheads on the snare mic, and replaced the file that, certain people have different files.
Linden Place came out almost a year ago, and a year ago next month. How long did the recording take for that?
That
Not
actually,
long.
yeah, that was on
I mean, we did it
2
in
weeks
our
maybe.
bedrooms, and we always set deadlines, so usually it's crammed until the hour before.
Yeah, everything that we have musically
Released
was
home
made
recording.
on a laptop.
When you guys are writing or recording, I know some people like to go on a complete lockdown of TV, internet, whatever. They try and shut themselves down from anything else to kind of influence them. Other people are listening to the radio, watching TV, going through the internet, trying to find stuff to inspire them. What are you guys like when you're trying to write and record?
I guess recording is a lot different than writing.
Yeah, for sure.
When we write, I mean, it's usually just an acoustic guitar or a piano and a melody. Usually I'm in the bathtub. That's usually how it
9
goes
times
down.
out of 10, yeah.
And there's no particular order that they happen. One can, sometimes it's just the melody or sometimes it's just the chord progression. So,
Yeah.
but recording's totally different. you know, you already have the idea in your head and you're just trying to give your best takes. And
usually right out of the gate, we know exactly what we want it to sound like, and we'll
Yeah, we
like
have a
sing
vibe
guitar
for it.
parts, and you know, we'll know
Bass
like,
part.
hey, that should have a bunch of reverb and tremolo and chorus or whatever. So the recordings up until this point were really fast and, you know, on a computer, but now we're recording at this giant studio, and, you know, it takes, in the time we do one guitar take at home, we could have done an entire song, you know. It's just a totally different thing.
So like I said earlier, it's coming up on a year since your last release. Any talks of new recordings coming out?
Yeah.
well, yeah, we've been like re-recording a lot of the songs that we've recorded ourselves. Over the past like year and a half, we've been working on it. So
Yeah, I guess we can talk
we
about
haven't really been very vocal about what we've been doing. It's been
Yeah, this is the
pretty
first time we've
private.
actually ever told anyone, but we're recording at Groove Master Studios here in Chicago, which is like the craziest recording complex ever. This guy, Johnny, our producer, he like sold lots and lots and lots of records and decided to buy this crazy building that was supposedly like owned by Al Capone. So
this at?
it's right in Pilsen. I mean, you could probably see it from where we're at, honestly. And it's just this giant building that you would have no idea it's a recording studio. But this dude took like every floor and made like the craziest studios. So like one of them's like, you know, underground blue, underwater themed, you know, and one's like very kind of like vintage 70s
One's
theme.
like the white
One's
room.
white. And we've just had, you know,
We met him very
blast.
early on in our career, and kind of became good friends, and he's helped us.
tremendously, yeah. Because I mean, he really helped us with a sense of direction, you know. And I think a lot of bands in this whole like home recording computer age, like yeah, there's some really cool stuff that is just totally out there and new, and you know, it's really inspiring, but there's no direction to it, and to you know, it's totally like not cool to work with, you know, like major labels or big time producers. But to me, it's like there's this very, very long tradition. You know, the Beatles worked with a producer, you know, and that's when their best stuff, I think, happened. And so,
And Johnny's all about making like a timeless song, so that's really nice too.
yeah. So if we ever get caught up in like a trend, he's there to like, hey man, you know, you like settle down.
Again, Mars Argo here in the studio for the new music binge. Now, you brought up the fact that, you know, you can just open up a laptop now and record something. Do you feel like the overall quality of music is kind of coming down because, you know, any average Joe can open up a laptop and put something on iTunes or something on like a MySpace or a Bandcamp or something like that? Or do you think it's helping music?
I mean, if you have a great melody and you have a great song, it doesn't really matter where you record it. I just think sometimes people are distracted by the technology, so they don't have the
Yeah.
simple fact of like the basics of what makes a good song.
Yeah, I think overall, yes, it inspires. You know, we're in like a golden age. I feel like we're in a golden age with the internet. You know, it's like not censored right now. I mean, let's face it, it's probably going to get censored like pretty soon. And, you know, I think we're going to look back and tell our grandchildren about like, you used to be able to make a song and put it out there and like a million people would.
For free.
For free. Oh, and by the way, and you could have people download it and buy it from you, and you don't have to have a job because there's so many people listening to it. You know what I mean? It's like this golden age. It's crazy. It's like the Wild West. But creatively, I mean, like, I think that we're in this very interesting, beautiful time. It's just, I think it's going to take us a long time to digest everything that's coming out.
Now, you brought up the internet censoring thing, which was actually my next question, believe it or not. It's written down on my notebook. About a month or so ago was the SOPA thing, right? And you guys are on the internet a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not for sure 100% on everything that would have happened if this bill or whatever would have gotten passed. But if it would have, do you know how this would have affected you guys?
That,
Can probably answer that better than I can.
well, we've talked about this a lot. It's interesting, you know, we're at a major, big, you know, a big time studio where everyone who works there, is getting very hurt by pirated music. And, you know, we're in a really weird position because allowed people to like download our stuff at certain points for free, and we know that there's files of our music floating around there, and it's like, you know,
It's helped get us out there.
Yeah, it's helped us for sure, but you know, I guess I would have to like read more into like what the act.
As far as I understand, I was under the impression that it wasn't so much about illegally downloading music or anything like that, as opposed to actually censoring what you can and cannot do on the internet
for like content sharing and stuff.
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on this, but one of the rumors that I heard going around would be that if this censorship thing did get or pass through or whatever, like half of the information on Facebook would be blacked out.
Yeah.
You know, like Tumblr would like have a parental advisory thing on it or something like that.
Yeah, totally.
Do you guys see internet getting there? And if so, do you agree with it?
I think that they're gonna definitely.
They're gonna try, but I don't know if people will let it happen.
Yeah, I mean, one of the cool things that happened with SOAP was like a bunch of young people actually like wrote and called their Congress people and got involved, you know, which is really, really cool. Because, you know, everyone needs to pay attention to like what's going on in the world.
Well, and that all happened, what, a month or two after the Occupy started everywhere, which is basically the same thing, just not internet. You know, everybody kind of rallying together.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Again, Mars Argo here in the studio for the New Music Binge. You want to throw out that website one more time where people can stay up to date with you guys?
Grocerybag.tv. I challenge you to forget that one. We were like, we got to find like the strangest URL. But yeah, grocerybag.tv is where all of our videos.
Facebook/Mars Argo.
And we've got obviously marsargo.com, but
you just Google it.
Just Google it.
February 24th at Lincoln Hall. Any other big plans for 2012? Tours, other shows, festivals, anything?
We have really big plans. It's just not.
Yeah, without saying too much, we're kind of shooting a TV show right now.
Oh, okay.
But
is this like an independent thing for you guys that you're just shooting yourselves, or
no? Yeah, like
it's about the process of making the record and being, I guess, young artists in this day and age doing what we're doing. So
there's that, and obviously playing out live. We'll be touring in the summer and getting this record out, which so far sounds, I think,
really
amazing.
Is there an ETA on when the new music will be out?
I think we're probably going to do a single or several singles before an actual album, get them out there and probably get videos and stuff, but we'll see. Yeah.
Now, you guys said that you actually met over like trying to make videos for music. Is that right? Like
kind of, yeah.
That was kind of your project?
Well, I rode horses, and
well, that's completely different.
Yeah, totally different. And when I met him after the whole like MySpace talking for 2 months and actually meeting in real life, he did video stuff, and he went to go do a video of my horses that I was selling at the time.
She like had to get rid of her horses, so I was like, why don't we like make a movie about them before, you know what I mean?
Well, so if you guys do a lot of the video production stuff yourself, if there's a music video that comes out with the new music, will you guys be taking care of that yourselves?
Probably. I mean, for like shooting music videos and stuff, we've been helped
We really
out.
enjoy doing it, and we have like a whole team, but I imagine it would, you know, our ideas are pretty elaborate and might get to a point where we need some help.
Yeah. I mean, I have always looked at this project as like half music, half, you know, visual, whether it be like video or, you know, photos and stuff. And
it's so gratifying to have a song and then put an image to it and feel like a complete emotion, I guess, from the piece. I don't know.
Totally.
Speaking of the pictures and the video, we are not the only 3 people in the studio right now. Who do we have with us?
This is Alexander Collins. He's our video man.
He's also in our band. He's the lead guitar player in our band.
He's a very talented young man.
Well, guys, I think we're going to play another song. We'll have time for a 4th one if that's cool with you.
Yeah, let's do it. That's awesome.
All right, what song should we play next?
We'll do Beauty is Empty.
Anything you want to say about it?
This is a song about girls who think they're... Can I swear?
Yeah, no FCC here, dude.
Cool. This song's about girls who think they're hot shit, but they ain't shit.
We'll be back with a little more Mars Argo here on Fearless Radio, the New Music Binge. Fearless Radio, the new music binge, Mars Argo. Blah. Go check them out, Lincoln Hall, February 24th. I have them here in the studio with me right now. A couple more questions. We're going to get these guys out of here. Now, you guys have been re-recording some of your older stuff for a while. How's the re-recordings going to differ from the original?
They definitely flow better.
It's not done on a laptop, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can actually hear, there's a lot of space.
Yeah.
So is it going to be like drastic changes, or are we just like kind of
structurally, some things have been moved around, and obviously the tones. We're really thinking about the tones we're using, and I'm singing into like $6,000 microphones, which is kind of nice. So it's going to be a lot bigger, and
yeah, it's like the best way I describe it is like if you like the Mars Argo sound, it's just imagine if Mars Argo was in a big studio. There's absolutely zero integrity being sacrificed. Our whole, I think,
that's like our goal.
Yeah, our goal, there's this fine line with especially music nowadays. Like, if you want to sell out and just sign on the dotted line and just do what is going to quote unquote sell records, you're just selling just your soul, and there's a fine line between that and living in a cardboard box being a musician for the rest of your life. So we're trying to make this like very polished, big sounding record, but keeping the integrity of,
the project,
the alternative element.
Now, how much thought goes into your set list? Are you guys one of those bands who can go up there and, we're playing this song next, or is there a lot of thought put into it?
Well, this is our second show.
There's been quite a bit of thought, though, yeah. It's so hard
We're learning as we go.
It's so hard to know because, like, most of the people who have seen us are online. So you've got, like, 1.5 million views on our YouTube channel, and it's like, they seem to like this song, but then you play it live, and it's like, well, maybe that only works
really,
well on the computer, So we're figuring that out right now.
Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping in here at Fearless Radio. Hopefully when new music comes out, you guys will come back and say hi.
You
Definitely.
bet.
Go check them out, Lincoln Hall, February 24th. What song are we going to close on today, guys?
Technology is a dead bird.
An oldie but a goodie.
Anything you want to say about it?
This is one of the title tracks of the new album that we're doing, but we rearranged it. But this is like
This is one of the first recordings we ever did.
Yeah, we did it in a closet.
In the closet, yeah.
All right, that's it for Mars Argo, Fearless Radio, the new music binge.
Peace.
Thank you.
Let me be here on the floor, flying eastward to the shore, knowing that the stars will rest in the sky. I took you to a prison cell. You were afraid and I could tell. Then on a train we met a friend who showed us that we should pretend.
I need to be myself again. I know precisely when it is time to be the actor. It is amusing when everything is confusing. Better to be in on the joke the world is afraid to admit, or ashamed to confess, or alternatively, eager to expose.
Hey, this is Duke from Plain Jane Automobile, and you're listening to Chicago's very own Fearless Radio, the best of independent and fearless.